We salute the United Scoops of America. Hi, I'm Reed, and has there ever been a more perfect invention than ice cream? I mean, it's delicious, it comes in an endless spectrum of flavors. It's basically frozen happiness. Spoiler alert, ice cream happens to be the subject of today's Food for Thought, and we'll be making it, well, not quite the old-fashioned way. You'll see in a sec. So here's a hard pill to swallow. There was once a world without ice cream. The fact is, it took centuries of careful tinkering and experimentation to arrive at the scoopable dessert that we all know and love. We started out by eating snow, and really by we, I mean ancient rulers like Roman Emperor Nero and Alexander the Great, who would ask their servants to go and fetch fresh snow from the mountaintops that they would then sweeten with honey, fruit, other natural flavors like that. Around the 16th century, countries like Iran and India introduced the drinkable sherbet to Italian explorers. The Italians then took sherbet back and mixed it with a little bit of milk to make sorbet and then a lot of milk to make gelato. Some additional tinkering eventually led to, you know what I'm gonna say it with me, cream ice. Yeah, it was cream ice. I know what you're thinking, I'm really glad they fixed it too, quite honestly. You know who loved to get their scoop on? US presidents. George Washington in the summer of 1790 spent $200, roughly about $6,000 of today's money, for a personal ice cream stash in his Mount Vernon home. Thomas Jefferson actually penned one of the first recipes for vanilla ice cream. Fast forward to 1851 when a Baltimore milk manufacturer named Jacob Fussell opened the first ice cream factory in the US. And then in 2017, the US produced about 1.4 billion gallons of ice cream, and the average American eats about 23 pounds of ice cream per year. So today we are going to make some classic homemade vanilla ice cream, but not quite the way that old President Tommy J would have done it. Instead, we're gonna use a simple 3-ingredient, no-churn recipe. To start, grab a bowl and pour 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk into it. We're gonna use some freshly scraped vanilla bean to add that wonderful vanilla taste. If you don't wanna fork over the cash for fresh vanilla beans, the vanilla extract that you have in your pantry is gonna be perfect. So what you wanna do is cut it down the middle, open it up nice and flat, and then using the dull side of a paring knife, you're just gonna scrape the interior of the pods here. What you wanna do is use about a teaspoon of this stuff. I'm just gonna eyeball it. We'll call that about a teaspoon. Mix it all up in there. It's gonna look like a giant galaxy. It's the condensed Milky Way. So we're gonna pour 20 ounces of heavy cream into our mixer. You do not have to have a stand mixer to do this. Whether you have a hand mixer or just a whisk, you can make do. Now we lower it in and let it rock and roll. We're looking for some good, nice, soft peaks. If you're familiar with the band Devo, we're gonna whip it real good. Yeah. Now you're going to add this entire bowl into your condensed milk bowl. What we're gonna do is fold the whipped cream into the condensed milk. Just plunge your spatula straight down the middle, do an upturn like this, then turn the bowl. At this point, you could add some crushed cookies, some frozen strawberries, pecans, whatever flavors are calling your name. Now it's time to pour it into a tin. You want a loaf tin because it'll take a good shape and allow you to scoop really easily. You don't want to fill it up to the top too much because you want to make sure that you can cover it with some plastic wrap. Now it's time for the freezer. Now it's gonna be about 5 to 8 hours for our ice cream to freeze. Luckily, I have the magic of the internet on my side, which means with the snap of my fingers, voila. Let us get our scoop on. Oh yeah, came out nice and flat and beautiful. You can serve your ice cream however you want it. I happen to be a cone guy myself. All right, that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you build an ice cream cone. A lot of people like licking their ice cream. I'm just going straight in. It's really good. It's really, really good. Great base ice cream recipe. You can add whatever you want in there. All you need is some condensed milk, some heavy cream, and some vanilla. If you don't have those things at home, they're just a shipped order away. And if you want to find out more about this recipe, including some more nerdy ice cream facts, you can check out ship.com/blog. And for more food inspirations like this recipe video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, I'm Reed. This is Food for Thought. Scooping off, just like the Statue of Liberty. The sugar's really getting to me now. I feel it.